Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Tonight I'm preparing to do just the one video. Hopefully you'll enjoy this. It's going to be a 10 fragrance list. I have few other fragrances to review from sample and full bottle, but today I'm feeling a little bit tired from the day. Yesterday it's very hot and humid. So mentally, physically, everywhere we are very drained. So, I just thought somewhere at like 5 a.m., let me do a video of some complex fragrances. Complex as in like, very simply speaking, when I put my nose onto these fragrances for the very first time, I did not understand them. And it's not like I understand them next day, next week. It took me months, years to analyze them, to be able to wear them, then let's say adopt them, like because I like my fragrances like this. I like to wear my fragrances, not the other way around. Like I don't like my fragrance to wear me. So when that happens, they will overpower you and you will be sort of like uncomfortable, right? So yeah, keep that in mind. This is the whole theme. If you like this kind of complex type of perfumes, you can try them, but of course I have slowed down on my buying. I do not buy as many as before, so I don't have that many new fragrances with me, and in upcoming few months perhaps I'll reduce buying as well, because economy is very, very bad. So let's go hit the list. I reviewed them all. Check them out one by one, okay? If you want detail, you can check out anybody's review. So hopefully you're doing good. First fragrance, number 10, is going to be Terre. So yes, I will start with designer, and I'm going to feature mostly designers with maybe a couple of niche. So this fragrance right here, it is still like it remains a mystery how this fragrance works, how this fragrance smells, develops, and why there's so much hype on this perfume. Like some people compared this with some fragrances like Amouage, I think for men, there's a fragrance that's similar to this. There are a lot of clones. So basic idea is this fragrance is similar to like earthy, vetiver, orange, like iso super, this combination, maybe a little bit of woodiness. So this thing opens up a little bit bitter, okay? I don't get the most zesty oranges from this, like Aquamara or Ultra Zest. Those are more of your fresh citrusy, but this is more like a bitter opening. And I heard so much about it in Malaysia in 2016 when I went to buy it. It was one of the most expensive designer fragrances. I don't understand why, and I did not want to blind buy this. After coming to Bangladesh in 2016 end, I did test it, and I'm like, okay, let's just get it. I ended up getting almost all the other flankers. So this fragrance still remains a mystery, lasts a very long time, but it comes and goes. It plays tricks on your nose and you feel it's gone, but it actually other people can smell it. So Terre is such a masculine fragrance. You definitely get a sample and you'll understand perhaps, like the complexity of this perfume. Perhaps you'll never understand, never like it. Maybe you'll never wear it because it's a love it or hate it fragrance, okay? Second, I'm going to show you, I haven't shown this, I'm pretty sure, in 3-4 years in any of my list, and I used it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot, but this is still one of the fragrances. It's not very easy to wear, okay? This is Carven Low Intense. This is super rare to find now. I think this is similar to something like Gucci, on the Gucci fragrance, either Rush or I don't remember what Gucci fragrance this is similar to, but that is also very hard to find. So this fragrance, when it came out, it was like around $45 mark. I bought it for. Now if you look for it, this partial can cost you a little bit more than that $45 mark. Reason being, very hard to find. So if it's in your area, definitely give it a try. So I saw recent times Chad, my brother from Canada, A Gentleman's Journey, who featured this in his top 5 or top 6 minty fragrance, and I definitely can tell you there's mint, plenty of it in there, but it's a very much like a blanche style, clean, fresh perfume with kind of like herbaceous, herbal, like this kind of the color of the bottle. It makes you feel like that. It's like a blanche style perfume. It's clean, fresh, and it reminds me some of my Guerlain fragrances, but the mint is very, very beautiful, but it remains, I don't understand how it works many of the times, but I think it's a very masculine perfume, very fresh and long lasting, okay? Very sophisticated fragrance, one of the best designer fragrances ever made. Carven Low Intense. Number 8, this fragrance, I have a vintage bottle of it, the Thierry Mugler version, but I think I almost finished, like almost all of it is just 10-80 ml left. So I don't want to show you the bottle, but once I finish the bottle, I'll open this box. This is the OG A Men, okay? So you can see the version called Mugler, okay? So this even is going to be very rare to find in few days, because Thierry Mugler version already has been renamed as Mugler because new company took over a couple of years back. And then this fragrance perhaps is not as complex as before, but the depth maybe is a little bit decreased. But back in the days when I sprayed A Men for the first time, I did not understand the fragrance at all. You spray Polo Blue, you spray Versace Purum or something like Aqua di Gio, you know exactly what you're getting into. You know exactly you're gonna go home, it's not gonna change so much. This fragrance, I had a sample, I sprayed on my hand, and I'm like, it's a minty, sweet opening. It's kind of like coffee. Okay, I like it. After a while, it started giving me the tar vibe. It started giving me like almost like a oud vibe, something very mysterious, dark patchouli. And I cannot tell you I wear this a lot. Okay, I wear Pure Heaven, Pure Malt, some of the other flankers, but this remains one of the most complex Mugler fragrances in my humble opinion. So Thierry Mugler A Men, definitely it's a dark, unique fragrance. Definitely collection worthy if you like unique perfumes. So coming to number 7, it's one of my latest purchase. Not so long ago, I got this, I think maybe last month or so. I saw the hype of the original, which is called, I think, Boss Bottled Elixir or something. And I could not find that here. I think that is even more beast mode than this. Then this one came out. This called Boss Bottled Triumph. I think Triumph Elixir. Okay. So these are the new style Boss bottles. And boy, what a fragrance this is. I was so impressed by it. I gave it, I think, 9 or 10. Okay. One other thing is about this Boss fragrance, it does not smell like at all like any of the Boss releases in recent years. Maybe you can say this is a totally new direction they're going towards. It's a very beast mode 10 out of 10 performance. This is kind of like old school vibe, kind of spicy, masculine, maybe a little bit of a greenery. I don't remember all the notes, but this smells very old school, yet it's like a ballsy, like a bold fragrance. Okay, so when you put Boss Bottle Triumph Elixir, you smell like a totally new man. You don't smell like Boss Bottle Oud or Unlimited, you know, on those like tonics. Those are totally different direction. This is totally different direction. This is niche territory they're playing. Okay, so this is in the same realm as something like John Varvatos fragrances, but with so much more power. Or what fragrances, you know, like darker fragrances come to my mind, which is upper class. So if you like some niche perfume for yourself, spend like around $100. So you can get it for retail, but you can wait and you can get it under 75 to 80. Great value, great fragrance. I still am studying and I don't get all the notes yet, but I think Boss Bottle Triumph Elixir definitely a champ. So the next one, I always forget the notes breakdown of this fragrance. So I always like this one note I can remember, and that's why I keep the Fragrantica open today. So let me show you the fragrance. This is, I think, discontinued at this point. Very hard to find. This is YSL Opium Purum, but not the EDT. This is the EDP version. And I have a small little bottle here. I bought this from one of my brothers here in Bangladesh who has a lot of vintages. And I think he put it in the marketplace. And I saw that nobody was buying it. And I was like, okay. I did not see at first the EDP. I saw just YSL Purum. I have a modern formulation somewhere at the back. And I thought like I have about 50, 60 ml. I don't need a new backup bottle because even though both are discontinued. Then I suddenly saw EDP and I'm like, interesting. And the price was very, very fair. I think he kept like $40 to $50, which is ridiculously cheap for what this is. This in eBay or Amazon, if someone is selling, they will ask for 200, 300 bucks, okay, because it's so rare. So this fragrance has the notes that star anise, blackcurrant, Sichuan pepper, galanga, bourbon vanilla, tolu balsam, and atlas cedar. Some of the more unique and complex notes. So you smell this note, star anise, I always forget. You also smell that note in Liege Lanston de Guerlain, another super complex, beautiful fragrance, but that is even more rare than this. So I'll feature this some other day. This fragrance, man, first time I put it, I'm getting kind of like this vibe. You know, I have I don't know what you call it, if I still have it. I don't know. I used to have this something like this vibe. No, I don't have that exact one, but you know, something like this. This is called Tiger Balm. Okay, so when I show you Tiger Balm, there's another one. I forgot the name. There's a blue one, which is very popular in India. So I used to, I have it. It's called Vicks. I have it. I knew it. Vapor Up Vicks. So this is something I use during winter a lot because I have severe cold problem. Wait. When I rub this and when I smell it, my nostrils open and I feel so much comfy breathing. So this thing also players, footballers, soccer players, they put on their chest and near their nostrils so you can have better breathing to the lungs. You know, that sort of thing. So why am I comparing that with this? Because this one gives me a similar vibe when I put it on. Such a precious fragrance. Okay, I hardly use it because it's very precious and very, very, very rare. So I save the sprays for special occasion. When I smell this, man, Absolutely, there's just nothing like this in the market. So maybe right now you're into your younger age and you like your playful clubbing kind of fragrances. Once your nose grows and you start craving for, like, let's say oud, leather, booze, and then one day you like tobacco, then suddenly you'll be like, let me try some rose and oud combo, and then perhaps try some niche and indie. Then suddenly you say, man, I want to try something that smells like very challenging. So this will be one of those fragrances. Like, this is a true powerhouse and I absolutely love it. The what you call the development is very nice. The very basic dry down, it gives you that vanilla and then the pepper. So it is spicy. It is that starness note. It's very beautiful, unique, and then the black currant. So it is very beautiful perfume. You will see every single note of this as you wear it more and more. I got this fragrance after 3 years of testing, so you understand. Okay, Opium by YSL. I spent some time just to tell you why that is so special. Okay, so number 5 all the way to number 1, there are some more complex perfumes. Chanel's Antaeus. This hands down is known like not Greek god. What do they call it? This is like, what do they call this? The one of the kings or gods of I don't know. You guys know who I'm talking about. Anyway, so Zeus, perhaps, I don't know. So this is an old school perfume, Antaeus. Okay, if you see this bottle, it looks old school. It is one of the older fragrances like Chanel's, Antaeus, Pumos U, and like Egoist. Those are some old school perfumes. Egoist is a goodness of Sanlud, and this, I think, is a goodness of Castoreum, perhaps, or something animalic, a little bit of dark leather. It reminds me a lot of Oscar de la Renta Pour Louis for him, and also I think Van Cleef and Arpels Purom. Those two fragrances are great. This is also good, but great for winter. I see the animalic aspect of it. I wear this with leather jacket in winter, but still this remains a mystery and is for definitely mature noses. And this is Chanel's Antaeus. So when you talk about Antaeus, you have to talk about the other cleaner version of it, if you may say so, but it's not. It's also equally dirty, if not more dirty. This is Kouros by YSL. So YSL, as you can see, the Opium, this, and they also have their Lannuit alum line, YSL Y line. They have quite a few lines, but Y and Lannuit and L'Homme, these are more of your like obvious, easy to understand, easy to love. This right here was never easy for me to love. I bought it based on the true fanatics love in Fragcomm. Like all the reviewers who are OGs, they said, man, this is some stuff I would not dare wear. Some of the reviewers said I cannot wear it, and I'm like, let me try wearing this. I look for still a vintage, which is in a bucket list. If I'm alive someday, I may find it, which has this ring, like the metal ring here, base. So this still is discontinued, but still is one of the most mysterious perfume in my humble opinion. It's clean and dirty at the same time. Check out my review, you'll understand. It's a floral fragrance. It has animalic notes. It also is very crowd favorite among like elder ladies, okay, if you know what I mean. YSL Kouros. So top 3. Number 3, yesterday I wanted to feature this perfume in one of my lists, but I didn't. So today I'm showing Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. I'm sorry, I've been showing you some discontinued fragrance like the Carven one, the YSL Opium, Kouros, maybe perhaps Antaeus, and this. This thing used to be found like 2 years back at a decent price, $120. Now they're asking for $120 plus for this. Not on 120, 220. What am I saying? $220 plus. So hard to find. The 50 ml of it costs more than $150. Okay, so Tom Ford Noir Anthracite. What's so great about this? This fragrance right here, I still don't get it. I still don't understand how this works. It reminds me of one of the fragrances. I put a tape, man, just to make the cap stronger. Okay, I think perhaps Clive Christian C or something very spicy. This is also spicy. It is earthy. There's a complex note of this. It's like, smells like anthracite. Okay, so which is kind of a dark mineral like note. And this fragrance, I don't see many people understand and wear it. This is Tom Ford's best creation ever. Okay, I'll tell you, I have tried at least 60 or 50 to 60 Tom Ford perfumes. I have had quite a few, but when I tried the upper class line also, like say something like the bright peach, or the not bright peach, the the peach fragrance, and then they had the cherry, and then few of the other ones, upper class tobacco wood, they are great. But when I smell this, I don't understand how Tom Ford did not make this a private blend collection. If it was more expensive, perhaps people would actually value this. But now it's discontinued. They should bring it back. On the best Tom Fords or on the best fragrances, easily to my nose. Really complex. This and number 1 are very comparable. Okay, I'll show you. So now, the second fragrance today I'm going to show you is it's for me right now is a sweetheart. I understand this now, but when I smelled it for 2 to 3 years, absolutely nothing. For me, this house, I would never buy this in my early years, but someday, you see your mind chooses different things. I got, I think, Promise before this, and Promise is so much darker take on this, much more bold, but I sold Promise and I kept this one, Portrait of a Lady. And I had Synthetic Jungle, I had like small bottles of Iris Poudre. I reviewed quite a few Frederic Malle, and I really want to get that fragrance, man. That a spicy one with that cloves and all that. Anyway, Must Ravageur. So that and this, two of my most favorite. Okay, so this thing is rose perfume, but it has a lot of fruits in the opening. So it's a fruity, sweet, a juicy rose perfume which lasts about 24 hours. Okay, Frederic Malle, one of the best things I love about them. They're expensive, but they give you good quality. Just that do not buy the summer colognes; those are more lighter. But these fragrances, oh my god, never issue with reformulation, nothing. Such a great house, such a great talented nose. I think this is Frederic Malle's. I think Dominique Ropion made this perfume, and this, trust me, this is maybe out of the whole 365 days a year, you feel like wearing this just 2 days. Okay, those 2 days are gonna be special. I can assure you that if you, let's say, having Eid or Christmas or Valentine's Day, you put this on and you know it's special. Okay, just like that. Okay, this is great fragrance. Portrait of a Lady, Paul, amazing perfume. So number one is similar to that Tom Ford in certain way, that is a spicy perfume. It's a very spicy fragrance, and that was my last purchase of Amouage house, and I'm very happy with my Amouage collection right now. I do like some Amouage, but I cannot wear them all. Say Memoir Man, I could not wear it. I could not wear Epic Man, too spicy and too much of that cardamom. Then there was another fragrance called Lyric Man. No, is it Lyric Man? Yeah, the red bottle of the rose, too feminine. So everybody has their own choices, right? So I had many fragrances I bought and I sold it off. Okay, but I have remained with some fragrances like Jubilation. I have Beach Hut Man. I have Interlude, Reflection, few. But this one, my number two in Amouage favorite list, it is called Overture or Overture. One of the most beautiful looking bottles. They literally put like orange juice like color in the bottle, and I bought after saving for many days. Like to buy these kind of perfumes for average Joes like us, you have to save, sacrifice 5, 6, 10 perfumes to buy one of these. Okay, it is expensive, no doubt, and I keep testing every time I go to that shopping mall or the retail outlets where they have a tester. I always spray once in my hand, once on my paper. So I bring back the paper. The paper still smells like this perfume after 7 days. Okay, so 7 days on the paper, 1 day plus on the skin and on the shirt, it will last like that paper, right? But it is one of those perfumes you either love it or hate it, and you either understand it or don't understand it at all. There's nothing like, oh, I get it somewhat. Okay, no, it has notes like cognac, cumin, cardamom, nutmeg, saffron, ginger, grapefruit, again from Fragrantica, myrrh, labdanum, cinnamon, a lot of spices, benzoin, and then mestique or something, patchouli, geranium, smoke, incense, leather, a lot of this stuff. Okay, but I don't get all the stuff like the boozy notes. It's kind of like a dirty whiskey like. Okay, and they said cognac. uh, I get more spices, like it's really spice oriented, like it is focused mainly on the spice. You put it on, you definitely know there's one version for women, but this is built for men. And I would highly recommend you to get a sample. Okay, that's what Amouage is good for. This is what this list is all about: complexity. This is one of the most complex and beautiful accomplished fragrances. People will maybe understand this. It's way ahead of its time, right? Overture by Amouage. And if you ask me what's my number one Amouage, I showed it yesterday. That was the Royal Tobacco, I think. Isn't it Royal Tobacco? Yeah, that tobacco is my number one. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I love you all. As you can tell, like I'm not really myself quite for last few days. Still in Bangladesh, there's no Facebook on. We're using VPN and all that to run our Facebook, and YouTube is okay, but many things don't open, so net speed is very slow. So these are ways our basic rights are taken away from us, and then like a lot of bad things happen. If you just follow international media, you will see how much crazy thing is going on right here, and then people are not stopping. There should be a stop to this. Like there should be justice done, and also a lot of lives lost. So this is like a living nightmare we're living inside. Perhaps not as bad as some of the war-torn countries, but again, nothing less than you know terrifying situations. So keep our country in your prayers again, I say. And also pray for all of us, so we can come back to normal someday, and then we can live in peace and without fear. Okay, have a nice day, and signing out from Bangladesh. Bye bye.